Hey folks, did you know the world is fucked right now? We are on some sort of collision course and nobody knows what's going to happen. People are picking fights left and right. And we've got, 3.5 more years. Sorry, I said that wrong. 7.5 more years, because when he gets himself reelected for a third term, that's what's going to happen. So get ready. 7.5 more years. Damn. And the ripple that we are seeing already is massive. So this is going to just woo, 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 for the next fucking 50 years. Woo, 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 woo. You're going to be like, what's that sound? That's hatred. That's despair. And I'm not going to lie to you right now. I need to go off topic because I was just sitting here talking and I just started smelling something sweet. I don't know, like, I don't know what's going on right now. I thought I was about to lose my mind because I'm just sitting here talking and then all of a sudden I just smell sweetness. And I'm like, well, first of all, you know it's going to be a good day because Chuck can really smell out of a nostril. You know, it switches every once in a while. But today, I got the use of my right nostril. And it sounds pretty good. Now, if I do this to my left, you would think, my mom did say, hey, you need to go get checked out. You probably stuck a fucking crayon up in your nose and it's just rattling around, not affecting you, except for your nose. So maybe one day, Mother, I'll go get that checked out. I need to go get to the doctor soon. I'm not getting any younger, and it's just time to do a checkup. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody, you get your checkups in before that shit starts getting out of control with the prices. Shit. I'm going to tell you now, it's good. I can already feel it. People don't want to go out. People, the government's fucked and it's just trickling down. The government's so bad that they want everybody else to feel bad that, they're doing it. That's all I can say. They are doing it. They are making us feel like shit. Can't even make your own food because the food's so damn expensive. And then since it's so expensive, it's not even real anymore. I always go back to this. Seedless watermelons. That is an abomination. That shit ain't even real. And I was eating it up all summer like a fucking dummy. So next year, seeded watermelons only. But then that shit's going to go away because everything's so expensive and there's no help. The government said, bye-bye. We're not taking a break. We're getting made to take a break. The fucking government don't take a break. That's 24/7. How the fuck they get a break? The amount of fucking money that they're getting, you don't get a break. And I do understand that it is not just an option. Like, hey, you can just take the day off. No, they're shutting shit down for a hostile takeover to save money. Because if motherfuckers ain't working, you can't pay anybody. And you can't have anybody in the position to help anybody else. And I'm talking government funding. So if the workers aren't there to help the public, money is being lost left and right. Or is it? Or is it being saved so the higher ups can use that money for frivolous bullshit? But you know what? This is all part of the bigger plan. You already see what COVID did. It wiped out so many people. It wiped out so many businesses. And now they're doing it again, but they ain't shutting everything down. They're just going to shut down the thing that we fucking need, the government. And then government funding, that the bitch is closed, so who's going to get help? Nobody. All part of the plan. And we are. Listen, you better get an essential job. Essential. Work in a hospital, drive a fucking truck, serve some food. Anything that was essential during COVID, that's what your ass better get into. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. People used to shit on servers, but guess what? Who was essential when your lazy fat ass couldn't cook? Oh, I don't know how to cook. Fuck you. Get on YouTube. You know how to get on the internets. Get on there and look up some recipes. Like, come on. Shit, man. Like, it's crazy now. Like, when I see someone that can cook, I think that is the fucking sexiest. Damn. You know your way around a kitchen. Because listen, I know how to cook. That's my thing. I can whip up something delicious. Put your ass to sleep. But nobody else does. And that's all part of the plan. So when they start shutting down every other fucking business, nobody knows how to cook. Nobody will have any money. And then we'll all just be fucking homeless. I think that's going to be the plan. So get ready in 10 years when your ass is out on the streets. All right, let's actually get into some articles.
It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is going on, everybody? Rants, randomness, relatable topics, and the news on Wednesday. Ooh-wee. Sorry, I got a little long-winded there at the beginning. I got a little off track, but hey, Chuck's gonna talk, baby. So let's actually get into some articles. Like I just said, we're fucked. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, this is honestly the worst that I've seen it, especially with the United States in general. And then everybody's on edge. If you say the wrong or, sometimes the right thing, someone is ready to lose their ever-loving mind. And when he said, "Make America Great Again," he knew exactly what he was doing and how he was saying it, because it feels like we're about to go back to the fucking 50s and 60s. Damn near everybody's racist. Nobody is, they're sexist. They're fucking everything. Everybody is just raging out about anything and everything right now. And I could care less. I got too much shit to deal with to worry about what another motherfucker's doing. All right, let's get into it. First article, because I'll just keep talking. This will be an extension of Monday's episode. Just talk. And I was talky on Monday. Listen, shit is so bad that Marvel is moving from Georgia to the United Kingdom. You know why? Lower production costs. And the shit is going up in Georgia because of taxes, tariffs, all that shit. Anything coming from the UK to the United States is getting fucking taxed. Heavy. And then if you go over to the UK, you got film tax reliefs. So if you're making films, you'll get some kind of, cuts. And look, everything has been going to the UK over the past 10, 15 years. Look at all the actors who are British, right? They all have accents. The last motherfucking Superman were all like British or some shit. It is what it is. It's cheaper over there. People are tired of the bullshit here. And I'm telling you, a lot of places are just going to go overseas and ain't nothing going to be made in America anymore because Trump is going to fuck it all up. So this is just the start. Billion-dollar company said, bye-bye. So everything's going to be leaving the U.S., and then you're going to be paying to get it back over into the U.S. triple the regular price. Let's go get fucked by taxes. So this will probably be the funniest article of the week. Did you see the Trump Epstein statue that was out on the mall out in D.C.? Now it was up, then it was down, then it was up again. It's a group called The Secret Handshake. And they got all the proper permits to have it up. And guess what? They could keep it up for a few more days, and then that's it. And then it's gone. But yeah, you get the right permits. Hey, you go through the proper channels, you can put some shit up. Someone probably didn't do half of their job and see whatever they were trying to set up there. But yeah, I thought it was funny. It's a statue of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein holding hands, and on the little plaque, it says, why can't we be friends? Freedom of speech. But guess what? Now that's on Trump's radar. So if anybody else does it, he's going to probably try to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. And right now, he is the law. Okay, so you remember the Crawford-Canelo fight that happened maybe a month or so ago? Well, Terrence Crawford won, and in Omaha, they held a Terrence Crawford Day, and they had a parade and all this different stuff. Police were out, everybody, the mayor, all these people were out. Omaha was the party place. It was Terrence Crawford Day, who is a black male. Okay, there's a reason for this. Now, so that the city doesn't go into complete chaos, all the police were probably properly informed of who the fuck Crawford was, and they probably saw the fight. They probably put fucking bets on the fight. But at the end of the day, when shit was dying down and people were getting out of there, Terrence Crawford was leaving in his vehicle with his with his armed security team that probably was something that was briefed to the police before the whole fucking day started. Hey, Terrence Crawford's going to be here. I mean, it's Terrence Crawford Day. He has security. They are going to be armed. No worries, officers. Well, he got pulled over, and the security guard had his gun on the floor, on the driver's seat. I mean, on the passenger floor. The police pulled him over, saw the gun, got everybody out, drew their guns, but they didn't fucking know that it was Terrence Crawford in the city that gave him a fucking day for him. There's pictures, there's posters, there's signs, there's books, there's movies, there's everything dedicated to this guy for him on this day. Everybody knew about it, but he got pulled over, and I have a sneaking suspicion that they just saw a bunch of blacks in a vehicle. Then they saw the gun, and then all sense of reasoning went out the window. They probably said, we're pulling over another one. And then they get up to the car, and they're like, this one's got a gun. They didn't even look at the guy. That's how easy it is to be fucking shot and or just killed right out. Mistaken identity, fucking no information. Dude, this is a boxer that people know. Now, I don't watch UFC and all that shit, so I don't know exactly what it looks like. But I'm going to guarantee you, if I was in Omaha and I saw a bunch of pictures with this guy everywhere, people got shirts, people got hats. You know who this, you just saw 1,000 pictures of the one dude. And the cops didn't see the 1,000 pictures and they just pulled him over. So they're issuing apologies. And I'm like, it's not an apology that's needed. It's some kind of fucking training. There needs to be better training. We need to figure out who the racists and the half racists are. Because guess what? I don't give a fuck who you are. You are at some extent racist. You know, just like everything, could be a little, could be a lot. But we have racist tendencies. I don't care who you are. You're probably like, no, I don't. Don't fucking lie to me. Yes, you do. There's things that you see and you're like, not me. It is what it is. That's life. Can't change it. It happens. But when you just start acting completely crazy all the time because of it, now there's a problem. Now there's a problem. And that's how you end up with a wrongful shooting of a guy who they are celebrating his victory on that day. That would have probably been the icing on the fucking cake. Like, be safe out there, please. Please, everybody, just be safe, be cautious, be aware. Don't get yourself hemmed up in some shit that, you might not come back from. All right, let's keep moving on. Don't want to keep getting into this. Xbox. Listen, anybody that knows me, I am a gamer. But again, everything's getting out of control. The prices are getting jacked up. And now, on October 1st, days ago, the Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. So if you get this, you pay it monthly. You can play games online. They even allow you to download games, play them through the cloud system so you don't have to download it. You can just play it old school style. You start the game up, boom, there you go. This was like $15 a month, something like that. Guess how much it is now? $30 fucking dollars a month. Well, sorry, Xbox. I don't have any time or fucking money for you. So good luck. I'll use your free systems, your free to play games, and y'all can fuck the fuck off. $30. I remember when that shit was probably like $7, $8 a month. Now it is $30. That is a fucking tank of gas. They're making it so we can't even do things to escape from reality. Well, looks like Chuck is going over to PlayStation. That's where I started. I started the old PlayStation. Bought it at Funko Land. Damn, that's an old one. That's early 2000s. And I'll never forget, my grandmother looked at me. She's like, these are CDs. You're going to keep these neat and clean and not scratched up because I'm not going to be coming out here every week getting new games. Yes, Grandma. Yes, please get this for me, please. And Grandma got it for me. And Yeah. Miss that old lady. But yeah. Yeah, she got it for me. That's when games were good. You got demo discs. You could play like 5 demos of games that were coming out over the next couple months. You had a magazine. You had all kinds of stuff, man. And I'm glad my grandmother trusted me. Because guess what? I kept that shit neat and clean. I was a neat freak when I was younger. I don't know. But yeah, times are changing. Guess it's all work and no play because I don't have money to fucking play. Just think of everything that is questionable that's going on right now. Like Bad Bunny. We heard that he's going to do the halftime show. Okay? Now he's going to be at the Super Bowl, but guess who else is going to be at the Super Bowl? ICE. Motherfucking ICE agents are going to be at the Super Bowl. Who gives a fuck? You know who gives a fuck? Donald Trump. That's where we're at. If he gives a fuck, you don't get anything. Look at all the shit that he gives too much of a fuck about. And now all that shit's gone. They're deleting that shit left and right. And now ICE agents are going to be at the fucking Super Bowl. And they're not even trying to hide it. How does anybody feel good about this? How does, like, come on. That's what I'm saying. This is like a whole nother level. We're going back. He's making America like it was. And America was a shitty place towards other people. So just like last time's half year performance, I got to watch it. I got to be there to watch it. I want to see what the fuck's going to happen. Because listen, we've got time until February. Oh, man. Yeah. Like everybody needs to watch this year's Super Bowl. And if you're not watching it because you're not going to be able to understand it, go fuck yourself. Seriously. Go fuck yourself. This is supposed to be a place of diversity and understanding. And it don't seem like it. Seems like a shit show to me. And y'all know, I've talked about this before. I like Theo Vaughn. All his MAGA bullshit, whatever. I don't, whatever, man. It is what it is. He is actually the son of an immigrant. And the Department of Homeland Security actually just did a social media video clip. And in the clip, they used a clip of Theo Vaughn. So now it looks like Theo Vaughn is all in favor of this deportation. And then he had to get online and be like, hey, I don't know what the fuck's going on or why the Department of Homeland Security is using my footage. But, yeah, you know, I might be friends with Mr. Trump, but I did not authorize this shit. And guess what? It's only going to get worse because AI is out. And I'm telling you, I've been seeing some AI videos. And slowly, very slowly, I'm starting to question things. Give it 5 years, and you're not going to fucking know what's real and what was digitally created. And that's why I'm happy that I am a homebody. You can't get in trouble when your ass is in the house. So that's how I'm going to look at it. If I'm home, I'm alone. Or, you know, whoever. But I'm not outside with the craziness because you could be walking out to get your mail and get gunned down. Like, anything is possible right now. So don't put anything past anybody. And I already told you these are going to be some wild articles. Did you hear about the South Carolina judge who ruled against the Trump administration and blocked him from doing some shit? And what he was trying to do was access the voter registration database for South Carolina. And she was like, She blocked him. And on Sunday, her house burned to the fucking ground. Like I said, he's not even trying to hide it anymore. If you oppose him, you're gonna die. Like if any idiot on the outside was looking in and they would say, oh, he's pissed off at her. And a couple days later, her house is smoldering. Her son, her husband were in the house. They had to jump out the fucking window. Don't you see how this looks? This just 7.5 more years. Just remember that. 7.5 more years. And this kind of behavior is allowing people to just be monsters. Like this next article, this 17-year-old from Florida created this whole hoax saying that he was abducted by 4 Hispanic men, and then to really make sure everything looked good, he shot himself in the leg. And the police and everything were looking at this. Like I said, outside looking in, you're going to see some holes. And guess what? The police saw through all the holes and the timing. And this motherfucker went to the store and bought all this stuff. Like, you're not sneaky enough. So now a 17-year-old is in trouble. And this was under his own volition. He said, I'm going to fuck somebody's life up. How can I do that? Lie. And he probably knew that, hey, he's underage, so he's not going to probably go to jail. I hope this motherfucker goes to jail. Homebody. Everybody stay a homebody. Because you could get lied on at any second. And then there's another article with another 17-year-old who got so mad at these girls who were talking bad about Charlie Kirk that he ran them over with his vehicle. And these girls were fucking with this guy, and they even said he was involved in, that CP stuff. And I'm not even going to say it. But that even that wasn't what pissed him off. When someone's calling you a child predator and that doesn't piss you off, what pisses you off is someone sullying the good name of a man who's dead that you didn't even know. And you go out and you willingly take someone's lives. 2 people's lives because you're pissed off. And guess what? I didn't even hear about this article. I saw it as I was scrolling through Instagram. And you can find a lot of good articles on Instagram. You just have to double check them. Most of the time right now, the way the world is, all this shit's real. So crazy. And mark my words, this kid who took plastic and has started creating gasoline, that motherfucker's going to disappear. I'm sorry to say that, but there's too many people in high places that need to make their money. So watch this kid, keep this motherfucker safe. He's starting up cars with plastic, something that we could have been doing years ago, but you wouldn't be making any money. These motherfuckers want their money. You know what I'm saying? They want their money. So we'll see. I hope he does a great job, and I hope this takes off because it's time to get some things switched up and That would clean up a lot of plastics on land, on sea, air, the fucking plastic particles that are just just floating around. We're just inhaling them left and right. Plastic people. That's what we are. Plastiques. So keep an eye out for Julian Brown. I want to see him in the news for good things, not for something crazy. All right, Chuck is out of here. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter @CasuallyUnChuck. Let your friends know. Thanks for checking out the news. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week, and we'll start this party all over again. Woo! Hey. Don't be a piece of shit. Peace.